given. Some of her high-profile clients, as you guys may know, the Braxtons, rapper T.I., superstar Usher. She is a two-time breast cancer survivor. In 2013, Dr. Jackie founded the 50 Shades of Pink Foundation. I'm gonna say it again. In 2013, Dr. Jackie founded 50 Shades of Pink Foundation, an organization that pays tribute to women and men diagnosed with breast cancer, nurturing their psychological and physical well-being. In 2013, Dr. Jacqueline also bursted onto the small screens as one of the stars of Bravo's hit reality show, Married to Medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet and let us pay homage to Miss Jacqueline Walters, Dr. Jacqueline Walters.
Good afternoon. Everybody have a seat. Just nice. And the glow and the walk and the talk was just amazing. They were confident, they were encouraged, but they were so honest to say, without the Princess Foundation, they may not be who they are. So I encourage you again, be a positive change. Be the change you want to see. Cannot has to get out of your vocabulary. Cannot is never going to be the word when it comes to your determination, your self-love, and your motivation. I want you to learn that you can totally, overwhelmingly, eye-poppingly, life-changingly, spectacularly, passionately, and deliciously be anything you put your mind to. Certainly it's going to take work. I mean, I can't tell you, I got to be an OBGYN by sleeping at night. It is going to take hard work. Also, positive thoughts. I think when we think positive thoughts, we attract positive circumstances and positive experiences. If you ever wonder, am I a positive thinker or am I a negative thinker? Stop the next time and listen to the first words come out of your mouth. And we were jokingly talking about our mothers. If I tell my mother something, she said, Lord, it's always happening to me. It's like, Mama, but everything's always, watch what you're saying. If your words come out and they're negative, I want you to work on your subconscious ability by instilling positive thoughts. I'll share with you when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I mean, it was very shocking to me because I, one, felt like I had done everything right. I didn't have family history. I was eating, realizing that didn't have anything to do with it. But I remember every time the thought would come to me, and certainly when you hear the word cancer, you think it's unto death. But when the word would come to me, you're going to die, I started saying, well, if thoughts talk to me, I'm going to talk back to them. And I would say, I'm going to live and not die. And if some thought comes to you that say you cannot succeed, you say, I will succeed, I shall succeed. You've been equipped by these ladies here and by your exposure to life to succeed. I encourage you. The test is to pay attention to what you're saying out of your mouth. Your attitude. Big word. I'm sure these ladies have told you a lot about your attitude. And I'm going to read this to you because I want you to hear. The longer you live, the longer I live, I understand that the impact on my life is most affected by my attitude. Always know that. Your attitude is more important than success. It's more important than education, the circumstances, the failures, your appearance, your gift, your skills. Your attitude can make or break you. If you don't ever know, it's always about the delivery. Sometimes it's not exactly what you're saying, it's the way you say it. It's not the way you walk in the room, but it's what you, that energy you give off. Your attitude is going to be the most important thing that you have to give. We can't change our past. We can't always predict the future. But the one thing I know you can change and you can work on is your attitude. Your attitude is going to be the thing that will get you in the door sometimes when it's closed. So please be aware, your attitude is important. I say it all the time, 10% of life is what happens. 90% is how you react to it. Most of the time my castmates ask, well, how do you stay so calm? Well, I'm going to tell you now, if you go to 10 when there's a situation and you finish going to 10 and you've torn down bridges and broken down friendships and you come back, the problem's still there. Adjust the way you respond to things. Speak in love, walk in love, and sometimes just stop the process. I often say silence is golden. If somebody says something that you don't like, you don't always have to respond. Silence is golden. But I encourage you today, you have to stay in control. You control your emotions. They're not going to control you. Your beliefs will become your thoughts. Whatever you believe in is what you're going to think on. Your thoughts will become your words. If you're thinking it enough, it's certainly going to come out of your mouth. Your words will become your actions. If you say it enough, you're going to start to do it. Your actions will become your habits. They will create what you're doing day after day. Your habits will determine your value system. And your values will determine your destiny. I want to say that again. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits determine your values, and your values will determine your destiny. So start out with a simple belief system. Get the facts. Know exactly what you believe in and why. A couple of take-home tips I really want you to go with. 1, self-discipline. Again, my Me Period movement is about self-discipline. Do you establish goals but yet become discouraged when your plans don't come together? You have to think about why does that happen? You know those people who have kind of that Midas touch. Those ladies, those girls, whatever they put their hands to, it looks like it turns to gold. I mean, we know Oprah's like that. If you want to get a product out in the world, you give it to Oprah Winfrey. There are people who just have self-discipline. We have seen Oprah tell her story, how she would work here and work there, and she failed and she got up. Because I want you to know, failing is not the end of it. It's just a detour to get to the path. And I'll say it again today, and I need to say it right now. We either win or we learn. We don't lose. So a failure is not a loss. Always know that. If you fail a test, you're not lost. If you fail at anything in life, it's a learning process. Bless you. Number 2, transcend social conditions. We have so many labels that have been put on us as black women. If we respond to something the same way our counterparts or man responds to, we are called an ugly name. You have to transcend the social conditions. You be your own beautiful. Nobody can tell you what you should look like and what you should act like. You can burst open the barriers to the walls and the ceilings that they've placed on us. Don't allow social conditions to determine who you are. Look at the world again through your own eyes. Be careful with the judgment of other people. Don't let them determine who you are. Don't let the judgment of these people tell you what's right and what's wrong for you. Because for me, if I've ever made a mistake, I feel so much better about it if it was the decision that I made. So be careful. Make sure that you make those judgment calls. Find yourself in those layers that have been dictated by life. So many things are placed on us as we're growing up. As a child, you are labeled. But find yourself. Dig deep. Peel back the layers. No matter what life has told you that you are and you want to be something different, peel back those layers. Don't allow life to dictate who you are. Have a strong sense of knowing who you are. And I read, know who you are and know your value. Know the type of energy you want around you. Energy is infectious. You've ever had that person who comes in the room and she's always got a problem. She's always sad, or life is just, and you find yourself feeling a little sad. You feel like, oh Lord, I got problems too. But know the energy type you want around you. It's going to dictate part of knowing who you are. And then you've got to set boundaries. There will be some things you will not stand for. The story of Married to Medicine for me was I got a call from Dr. Simone who said, Jackie, I've been asked by somebody to do a reality TV show, and I went click. She called back, she said, no, you gotta listen to me, because of course, we're the yin and yang, but she said, you gotta do this, we gotta have to cast for this show, and we're gonna be the mentors. So I went in on Married to Medicine, like I'm gonna mentor ladies who are married to doctors and help these ladies understand what the doctors are going through. Everybody in the room knows that's not what Married to Medicine is about. I went on the show thinking, okay, and my very first scene, I can remember being at Mariah's house and the ladies were squabbling, and I'm thinking, like the young lady who interviewed me, like, I didn't get my script. I mean, are we supposed to act like this? The producers came, I said, no, just be yourself. So I'm walking around the room and the ladies are fighting, and long story short, I went outside, I called the producer, I said, I can't do this. I will not be a part of women degrading each other. And I just can't do it, and I need to leave, and I gotta go. So he allowed me to leave and said, well, we'll see you at the next scene, and we're shooting on this day. And I'm thinking, I'm not coming back. So I called him to tell him I'm not coming back to the show, and I don't want to be a part of it. This is just not who I am. And they reminded me, read your contract, line 5. I saw how much I had to pay, and I said, I'll be back for you. But I was so determined to be me. I said, I will not allow them to change who I am. I am going to allow who I am to change them. So know who you are, set boundaries in your life. And so long story short, I said, well, they'll vote me off the island. You know, I mean, I can't quit the show, but they'll put me off the show. And when they told me, well, we'll see you second season, I'm thinking, oh my God. So I got more and more comfortable with being who I am and knowing my self-worth. As you said when you introduced, I have thousands of emails of women who called just from last season saying, I was so embarrassed by my scars from breast cancer that I would never take my clothes off. But now I walk in the mirror and I look at myself and I say, I love me. So I want you to know, stand for something or you will fall for everything. Develop some core confidence. You know, when you work out, you got to work on your core. You want to be strong, you work on your core. But I want you to develop core confidence. Be confident in who you are. You have got these lovely ladies in this foundation every day, every week, teaching you who you are, showing you who you need to be and what you need to do to get there. But again, I don't want you to rely on external factors, what you see on social media or what you see in the world to determine your confidence. Your confidence will come from within. You'll make mistakes, and I'm going to say it again. You either win or you learn. But develop some core confidence. Ladies, if you ever want to really know who you are, look at the top 5 people you're hanging out with. You are the average of those top 5 people. So if you've got 5 friends and they're always in trouble, you're going to get in trouble. You got top 5 friends who are working and striving for something, you're going to get there. You need to have those girlfriends to help you get your senses back when you lose them. You need to have those girls in your life who help you pray when you forget how to pray. You need to have those girls in your life who will tell you that's wrong. And they will even dismiss your friendship if you keep doing things wrong. So remember, you are the sum total of those top 5 girls. Love yourselves in the present moment you are. And I'll give you an example. When people say, well, how long was medical school and the training? And I say, well, 12, 13 years. And they go, I don't want to do that. I learned to love myself in every layer of my education. I was an undergrad, we had a good time, we pledged, we studied, we just had a wonderful time because I enjoyed that. I knew that was part of the journey. In medical school, I mean, staying up all night, and I'll tell you this, when I got to medical school, I was scared of dead people. I'm like, oh my God, dead people, but I failed the first gross anatomy test, and I learned to stay in the gross anatomy lab all night long by myself with 35 dead people. So I'm going to tell you, enjoy every layer. In residency, I knew every layer of my life was preparing me to be who I am. So learn to love where you are presently. Again, I'm going to stick with positive thinking. I know personally, positive thinking will give you good health. I believe strongly that if you feel good, you will do good, and the positive thinking is an absolute necessity. I wrote this down because I wanted to share it. No one can avoid negative feelings in life. It's not realistic to think you can or you should. But the happiest people somehow know how to buffer them by keeping life's inevitable tragedies at bay. I was told that I had breast cancer not once, but twice. After being diagnosed with breast cancer, and I never often share it, but I actually was pregnant and had a loss the first time. After that, the doctor said, "Jackie, you are infertile from the chemo." And I said, "Well, Lord, you know what? The one thing I wanted to do was be a mother, and you've placed me in a place where I help women to get pregnant and I deliver babies, and I can't do it." And I was reminded that I was placed there for a purpose. And I can tell you every day, and everything that I've been through, I don't know if I would trade it in because it has made me the person that I am today. And so just positive. Put a positive spin on whatever life brings you. There is no need to be depressed and sad and discouraged that you can't do it, because you can. But remember your words. Your words will affect your actions, will create your destiny. So watch what you're saying. Have positive thoughts. Keep the sunny side up. No matter what life brings, you make lemonade. That's another movement in my life. Is taking lemons and turning them into lemonade. So however sour it may feel, it may be, it may look, you make lemonade out of that. You have to cultivate the way you think. It doesn't come overnight. I came from small town Mississippi, and I think everybody in the small towns are just kind of depressed and sad and think life is just destined for doom. I cultivated the way I would think. I would say it. I remember having that affirmation on my mirror, and I would get up every day. I promise you, I did it every day. And I would declare, I'm out of debt. All my needs are met. I have plenty of more to put in store. I walk in the favor of God, and everything I'm involved in, it shall prosper. I said it every day, but every month the bills would come. But I would say it every day and every day. And then I was actually astonished one day when I woke up and realized I didn't have any bills. And then I started looking around in my life and I feel like I'm at the head. I'm not the tail. And so you have got to cultivate that positivity, that self-love, self-motivation, and self-determination in yourself. And I'm going to add one, self-education. The way it is now, you can Google anything. You can Google anybody. And now we even have Siri. You just push the button and tell Siri and she'll do it for you. We've got Alexa. You push the button and you ask Alexa and they'll make appointments for you. So you have got to make yourself, you've got to create the best person that you can be yourself. It's not going to come from anybody else. A few positive affirmations, and I want you just to say them with me because I had them on my mirror. And just go with me. I set the course of my life today with my words.
I set the course of my life today with my words.
I declare that I'm not defeated.
I declare that I'm not defeated,
discouraged, depressed, or disappointed today. I exercise my authority with my words.
I exercise my authority with my words.
And when I decree a thing, it shall be so.
And when I decree a thing, it shall be so.
My mouth speaks wisdom.
My mouth speaks wisdom.
And my heart is filled with understanding.
And my heart is filled with understanding.
My words go before me.
My words go before me.
Securing divine health and healing.
Securing divine health and healing.
And I'll finish with, I expect the best day of my life.
I expect the best day of my life.
Spiritually,
emotionally,
relationally,
and
financially. You have got to find some positive affirmations for your own life. Whatever you want to see manifest in your life, I encourage you to write 5 or 10 of them down. Put them in your mirror so every morning you get up, they're before your eyes. When you're sitting, and well, I guess a little different, when you take out your telephones, open it up where you have those things. I promise you, take one thing in your life that you want to see happen. Find you some positive affirmations, and you say it every day. Every day. Because if you're saying the negative, it's manifesting. But find something you want to happen and put some words on it. Words are powerful. The earth was created with words. He spoke it into existence. So I encourage you to speak what you want to see into existence. Again, I want to say be a giver. Being a giver is what makes the world go around. Whatever you have, whatever talent you have, whatever you can do, whether it's cooking or cleaning, whether it's math, find somebody that you can sow into. Because again, I say what you sow, you reap. Whatever you give, it will manifest again in your life. If you want a lot of time, give time. If you want a lot of money, give money. Be a giver. Always give back. Sometimes you don't even have to give much. If you give a smile, you walk in the door and you just smile. You never know what a person is going through. Just simply give them a smile, give them a hug, an encouraging word. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And when you give again, I'm going to tell you, you will receive that. Perhaps your calling may be dancing. Help some young girl in your neighborhood learn to dance, whether it's singing, whatever your talent may be. I strongly say, please give back. Now, as I close, there are a few things I want you to remember. One is A, pour positivity into others. Pour positivity into others. If you see somebody going through something, find some way to make it positive. The other thing I've learned is, and I'll give you an example. We were in this big church and neighborhood, and there was a small church next to it. They would post a sign every day that would say, "This is not a World Changers parking lot." And one time I spoke to somebody. I said, if you go over there and just tell them, this is so-and-so missionary Baptist parking lot, the delivery is really, it would aggravate people that they would put up a sign that had a negative connotation. So pour positivity. Find a way to say something where it's easy to receive, where it's easy to process. Just pour positivity into others. Always remain pleasant. I don't care what life brings, remain pleasant. Even though that may have made you mad, how they said it, they may have disrespected you. I tell everybody, 10-second rule is to take and process what you just thought you heard. What I learned about myself is you don't realize how much stuff you say that you say you don't say. Because when I see it again on TV, I'm like, did I say that? And so I again say, remain positive. Stop and process. Add up the cost. So if I go in here and I go off on my mother, or if I go in here and I disrespect my teacher, or if I get mad at this girl, what is it going to cost you? Is it really worth it to be negative, to be disgruntled? Add up the cost, but always, always be pleasant. Step boldly throughout life. Be comfortable with who you are. I am a black woman. I came from a small town in Mississippi. I grew up in poverty. I had a lot of failures before I got to success. That story will change your life. You don't ever have to be ashamed of who you are, where you came from, and any of your failures. Walk boldly through life. And quitting is not in that extra leg that the Lord put on that wire. We are girls. We don't quit. We don't cave in. We don't stop. Don't ever quit. You may need to take a detour. You may need to take a break. But don't ever quit. Carry yourselves like the beautiful flowers that God has created us to be. The reason He made us a woman and softer and prettier, it is something about that beautiful flower. You want to be respected. You've got to earn your respect. Respect is not given. it's earned. And so the beautiful flowers, these lovely girls that I saw last night, they were adorable. I mean, that youth and vitality, and we talk about the millennial generation, but I'm going to be honest, they have taught me so much. I couldn't do half of the things I do without the lovely millennial women I'm surrounded by. But be the beautiful flowers that you don't have to add all the extra. You don't have to showcase your assets that God has given you to be a beautiful flower. It is, again, your attitude that starts. So be that beautiful flower. Always remember that the path won't always be easy, and sometimes it won't always be clear. You'll want to know why. But your faith has to remain unshakable. You have got to know who you are, and what you want to be, and don't be moved by life circumstances. If I had been moved by everything that life had handed me, small town community, came out of poverty, went to a small HBCU. If I had breast cancer twice, I was told that I was infertile. You know, I watched my dad in his last few years, well, basically live his last few years with Alzheimer's. He didn't even know who I was. But I kept saying, you know what, we can do something to give back. We can make a difference. Whatever life hands you, you take that lemon and you make lemonade. You either win or you learn. I want you to just remind yourself, if there's a mishap, any failure you see in life, you take it to see what can you learn from it. Don't let it make you stop. Remember, your gratitude will unlock the fullness of life. I say be grateful for everything that you have in life. The gratitude that you ladies should show to this Princess Foundation it's amazing. We were touched to see what they are offering you. You don't get this every day. There are a lot of urban communities and there are a lot of small town communities in Mississippi, because I actually called home last night telling them, you need to talk to these ladies because they're saving lives, they're changing lives. But just always know, being grateful will open up a lot of doors. And remember my me period. You love yourself, you motivate yourself, you have self-determination, and you have self-education. We actually created a website, About Me, period. I think it's PERI, we spell the word out, .com. You get there and you remember that you have to be the change you want to see. I want to say thank you, and again, I will be looking and following the ladies who are in the Princess Foundation to just so we can be a testament to how wonderful these ladies are doing. Thank you, and God bless. I was on social media, and I said I had to share this with you. I saw this morning. I think women are foolish to pretend they're equal to men. They are far superior and always have been. Whatever you give a woman, she makes it great. You give her a sperm, she'll make it a baby. You give her a house, she'll make it a home. You give her groceries, she'll turn it into a meal. You give her a smile, she'll give you her heart. She multiplies and enlarges whatever is given to her in life. That's who we are. Thank you.